To build a family, we were talking about having kids in future, but we need to find a middle way to meet. Is it possible?
I'll try. I'll try.
Let's go.
Wanna hold my hand?
Yes, I'm lost.
Thomas explained how the perfume affected him and why he reacted the way he did. For him, it was not just about disliking something Paula owned. He was trying to explain that his body was having a reaction and that he was struggling with the situation. But at the same time, Paula also had a reason to feel upset. From her perspective, the issue was not only about the perfume, it was about how everything was handled. When someone touches something that belongs to you or makes a decision about your personal belongings without a conversation first, it can make you feel ignored. That is where the bigger problem started, because relationships are not just about what you do, they are also about how you do it. Thomas may have had a real concern, but Paula wanted to feel respected and included in the decision. That is why communication matters. A simple conversation before taking action could have changed everything. Thomas could have explained what he was experiencing. Paula could have explained why her belongings mattered, and together they could have found a solution. The positive thing about this conversation was that they actually talked about it. Many couples argue because they focus only on proving who was right and who was wrong. But relationships are not supposed to be a competition. Sometimes both people can have valid feelings at the same time. Thomas can be concerned about his health. Paula can be upset about how the situation was handled. Both things can exist together. The real solution comes from understanding each other. Paula made an important point about meeting each other in the middle, because that is what relationships require. You cannot enter a relationship expecting everything to happen your way. Two different people are bringing two different lifestyles together. There will always be adjustments. The question is whether both people are willing to make those adjustments. Thomas and Paula are learning that love is not only about the exciting moments, it is about the everyday challenges, the small disagreements, the uncomfortable conversations, the moments where you have to put your pride aside and listen. Living together can reveal things that dating does not. You learn someone's habits, you learn their sensitivities, you learn how they handle problems. But tension does not always mean a relationship is failing. Sometimes it means two people are still learning each other. The important part is whether they are willing to improve. Thomas being able to explain his feelings showed that he wanted Paula to understand where he was coming from. But moving forward, he also has to understand that actions matter. Even when you have a reason for doing something, your partner's feelings still matter. You cannot only focus on your own discomfort. You have to consider how your decisions affect the other person. That is part of being partners. Paula also showed that she wanted communication and compromise. She was not saying Thomas could not have concerns. She wanted the situation handled differently. That difference is important, because sometimes couples argue about the wrong thing. The argument might look like it is about perfume, but the real conversation is, do you respect my feelings? Do you listen to me? Do we make decisions together? Those questions matter in every relationship. On 90 Day Fiance, couples already deal with extra pressure because everything changes quickly. Moving, adjusting, family opinions, lifestyle differences, and expectations all happen at once. So communication becomes even more important. Thomas and Paula are still figuring out how to become a team. And being a team means both people have to feel heard. One person cannot always compromise while the other person gets their way. Balance matters. This situation also showed that emotional reactions can make things worse if people do not slow down and talk. Sometimes when someone feels hurt, they react immediately. But taking time to explain your feelings can prevent bigger problems. Thomas and Paula still have work to do, but the fact that they were willing to have the conversation shows there is an effort. Every couple will disagree. The difference between a healthy relationship and an unhealthy one is how those disagreements are handled. Do you attack each other, or do you try to understand each other? Do you ignore the problem, or do you find a solution? At the end of the day, this was bigger than an allergic reaction. It was about two people learning how to share a life. Thomas has to learn how to communicate before taking action. Paula has to continue expressing what she needs, and both of them have to remember that compromise goes both ways. Because a successful relationship is not about one person always winning. It is about both people feeling respected.